What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Now, before I do begin, I want to say thank you guys so much for the support. I do enjoy it. Um, I do recommend that you do subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It does really help me out, and all of the support I'm getting is like beyond what I expected. And thank you so much for your support and sticking with me. But I hope I'm bringing you enough value to basically earn that support. But if you have any ideas on what I can change or like how I can make this better for you, please let me know. I would love to help you out even more. But without that, with that being said, uh, let's get right into the lesson. Today's lesson is going to be displaying text in HTML. Now, if you want to display text in HTML, you can use a paragraph or span. Now, paragraphs, remember guys, we have already used paragraphs in previous videos, right? So paragraphs are pretty easy. Essentially, it's just you have a P, right? It's paragraph P. Now, span's important. Or is, I guess, yeah, it's important. Everything's important, but obviously, like, span is like cool. So span basically contains short pieces of text or other HTML. They're used to separate small pieces of content that are on the same line as other content. So let's take a look at each of these elements real quick. So for example, okay, if we do technology, okay, you have the technology div. Inside of the div, you have another div, or outside of that div, you have another div, and you have a paragraph inside there. Now notice how in the self-driving cars, you have a span right here. You have a span. So let me make the code smaller and let me make this bigger so you guys can see this. Okay, perfect. Now look at here. You have a span here. Span basically separates them. So in the example above, there are two different divs, right? The second div contains a P with span self-driving cars span. This span element separates self-driving cars from the rest of the text in the paragraph. It's best to use a span element when you want to target a specific piece of content that is in line or on the same line as other text. If you want to divide your content into blocks, you can use a div, or it's better to use a div. So essentially, let's say on your web page, okay? On your website, let's say every time you mention self-driving cars, you want to make it blue, okay? Blue or red, okay? And you can't do that if there's no span, because how are you going to tell it, oh, I want this blue? Like if you make the paragraph blue, means all of this is going to be blue as well, so it really doesn't make this special. But if you put a span, now you can say that like span, and you can put an ID on this, and you can be like, oh, yeah, I want this span one to be blue or red. Boom, it gets fixed just like that. But yeah, it's best to use a span when you want to target specific pieces of content that is in line. Then if you want to do groups, like if you're wanting to do the whole paragraph, then please use a div. Like it's way better. All right, enough talk. Let's get into the practice, guys. Make this smaller. Smaller. Okay, perfect. So let's get right into it. So below the H2 elements that says about brown bears, add a opening and closing paragraph tags. Inside of the tags, put the following text. Okay, so it says after about brown bears, I believe. So put p, put slash p, and boom, text. Okay, let's run it. Perfect, guys. Okay, now below the HTML element that says features, add a paragraph for the following text. So features, right? Below HTML that says features. Okay, so P, and we have another P, and boom. Now it says under the HTML elements, that says countries with a small brown bear population, add the paragraph. Okay. So countries with a small brown bear populations, the P for paragraph, and then we'll add another closing tag, which is P or slash P. Then you paste the text. Perfect. Yes, sir. We got it. Perfect. Now in this exercise, we really didn't use span, but for example, like for brown bear, I could have put like span, uh, span, because it's special, like the whole web page is about brown bears, so you can make it a different color if you want to. But yeah, that's going to essentially end this video. I'm going to end this video right here, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I do appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.